Without self-confidence, life is like a boat drifting in a river, no direction. No purpose, just floating wherever the current takes you. And here's the brutal truth. No matter how intelligent you are, if you let fear and shyness control your actions, you'll never reach your true potential. Many people live their entire lives in silence, afraid to speak up, afraid to fail, afraid to be seen. They die with their potential still trapped inside them, wondering what could have been. So stay with me till the end, because this story might be the turning point you've been waiting for. The moment everything clicks. Once upon a time in a busy city, there lived a businessman who made his living selling salt. Simple work, honest work. He had a small family, a wife and 2 sons. But those 2 sons, they couldn't have been more different. His younger son was confident, lively, always laughing, always talking. The kind of child everyone loved being around. But his elder son, quiet, painfully shy, he hesitated before speaking, avoided eye contact, and rarely said more than a few words. People often mistook his silence for stupidity. They took advantage of his kindness, laughed behind his back, and he never complained. Not once. The businessman, he was embarrassed by his elder son, disappointed, frustrated. "Why can't you be more like your brother?" he'd shout. "What's wrong with you?" Every harsh word landed like a hammer, shattering whatever fragile confidence the boy had left. As the years passed, that lack of confidence began poisoning everything. In school, the boy couldn't write answers properly during exams, not because he didn't know them, but because fear paralyzed his hand. His mind would go blank. His grades plummeted. Eventually, when he became a young man, his father demanded he help with the family business. Too afraid to say no, the boy agreed. But his nervousness made him clumsy. He fumbled with customers, made mistakes counting money, couldn't look people in the eye. His father's anger grew with each mistake. Then came the day that shattered everything. The businessman had gone out for the afternoon, leaving his elder son alone at the shop. Some cunning men walked in, dressed well, speaking confidently. They looked the young man in the eye and lied smoothly. "Your father sent us to collect all the salt sacks for delivery across the city." The young man hesitated. Something felt wrong, but doubt crept in immediately. What if I'm wrong? What if I embarrass myself? What if I question them and my father finds out I delayed his business? So he said nothing. He watched as they loaded every single sack of salt and disappeared. That evening, when his father returned and found the shop completely empty, the explosion was nuclear. "You worthless boy," his father screamed, veins bulging in his neck. "You've destroyed everything I built. Everything. Get out of my sight right now. Never come back. You're dead to me." The words didn't just hurt. They confirmed what the young man had believed his entire life. He was worthless, stupid, a failure, a burden. With a shattered heart and nowhere to go, he walked through the dark streets toward the river. Every step felt heavier than the last. His father's rage echoed in his mind. The neighbors' mocking laughter, his own endless mistakes. "There's no point anymore," he whispered to himself as he stood at the edge. "I'll always be a failure. Always." Just as he was about to jump, a hand grabbed his wrist and yanked him back violently. An old man stood there, eyes fierce, grip like iron. "Why did you save me?" The young man shouted, tears streaming down his face. "My life is meaningless. I can't do anything right." The old man's voice was calm but firm. "My child, life is very precious. God gives it to us only once. If you keep living, you can overcome your failures and find success. But if you give up now, you'll never know what you were truly capable of." The young man shook his head bitterly. "I'm shy, I'm weak, even my father hates me. I don't have much education. Everyone calls me stupid. Does someone like me even deserve to live?" The old man studied him for a long moment, then said something unexpected. "Come with me to my house." Without waiting for an answer, he started walking. Confused but with nowhere else to go, the young man followed. At his home, the wise old man said, "I have the answer to your question. But first, you must follow me for 3 days and complete 3 tasks. If you do, I will change your life." For the first time in years, the young man felt something flicker inside him. Hope, faint, fragile, but there. "I'll do it," he whispered. On the first day, the old man gave him a simple instruction. "Today, you will speak with 10 strangers. Ask about their lives. Listen to their stories. Write down what they say." The young man's stomach dropped. 10 strangers? I can't." "You can, and you will." Trembling, he approached the first person. They ignored him. The second person brushed him off, but he kept trying. By the third person, he managed to ask a question. By the fifth, he was actually listening. By the 10th, he had made 2 new friends and realized something shocking. Most people were kind when you gave them a chance. On the second day, the challenge was harder. "Today, you will teach 10 children why water is important." The young man panicked, "But I'm uneducated. I can't teach anyone anything." The old man smiled. They don't know you're uneducated. Just share what you do know." With a trembling voice and a glass of water in his shaking hand, he stood before a group of curious children. He managed to share 5 simple benefits of drinking water, then quickly stepped back, heart pounding. But the children clapped, they asked questions, they listened, and in that moment he realized his fear had been lying to him all along. On the 3rd day, the old man gave the final, most terrifying task. "Now, you must go back to your father and apologize." The young man's face went pale. "No, he'll never forgive me. He hates me if you don't do this." The old man said quietly, "I won't give you my final advice." Gathering every ounce of courage he'd built over the past 2 days, the young man returned home. His hands shook as he knocked on the door. His father opened it, surprise and anger flashing across his face. "Father," the young man said, voice cracking, "I'm sorry, I failed you, but I'm ready to prove myself now. Please, give me one more chance." Something in his son's eyes was different. The father saw it. After a long silence, he nodded. One chance. The young man ran back to the old man, breathless with relief and gratitude. "Now please, tell me, what is the secret to success?" The wise old man's eyes sparkled. "You've already discovered it, my child. Your biggest enemy was never shyness, it was fear. People see you the way you present yourself. If you show confidence, no one thinks you're weak. True strength doesn't come from never being afraid. It comes from acting despite the fear." Tears filled the young man's eyes. "I understand now. I won't let fear win again." A few years later, that once shy boy became a renowned businessman in the city, not because he stopped being afraid, but because he learned to move forward anyway. Here's what most people don't understand about confidence. You're not born with it. You build it, one small action at a time, one conversation, one decision, one moment of courage that proves to yourself you're stronger than you thought. That boy believed he was destined to fail. But when he faced his fears just once, then twice, then again his entire life transformed. Confidence doesn't grow in your comfort zone. It grows when you step outside it, trembling, and do the thing anyway. The world sees you the way you choose to present yourself. If you walk into a room believing you're worthless, people will sense it. But if you walk in believing you have value, even if you're refaking it at first, they'll believe it too. So let me ask you, what fear is controlling your life right now? What are you not doing because you're afraid of looking stupid, being rejected, or failing? Whatever it is, I want you to do one small thing today that scares you. Just one. Speak up in that meeting, send that message. Apply for that job, start that project, make that call. Because confidence isn't about never feeling fear, it's about feeling the fear and choosing to move forward anyway. Take small steps, they will lead to bigger ones, and you will discover a strength and courage within you that you never knew existed. If this story resonated with you, if you know someone who's trapped in silence and fear, share this video with them. Hit that like button. Leave a comment telling me what small step you're going to take today. I'll be back again with another story that might just change your life. Till then, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward. Not someday, today.